Hi and welcome to this channel. My name is Sam and today we are going to compare the two Ultra phones. Samsung's Galaxy S21 Ultra and the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. We are comparing both phones in terms of display, performance, camera, design and battery. So stay tuned and find out which phone is in our opinion the better phone. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's start straight away with our review. Let the facts speak. Performance. The Mi 11 Ultra uses the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chip with the power-efficient 5nm process technology. It offers 12GB RAM and has a storage capacity of 256GB. The storage capacity unfortunately cannot be expanded. 12GB RAM and the latest Snapdragon is a nice package. What has the Galaxy got to offer? Since we are in Europe, this Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra model uses a Samsung Exynos 2100 chip with the new 5nm process technology. There are different versions with different storage capacities available. A 128GB and a 256GB with 12GB RAM and a version with 512GB with 16GB of RAM, which is in use in this comparison. The storage capacity can unfortunately not be expanded anymore. So it's Samsung's in-house chip, the Exynos 2100 versus the latest Snapdragon 888. So let's take them into our benchmark tests and find out which one is stronger. The Antutu benchmark is benchmarking the performance of both phones. The tests are divided in three phases. A performance test of the RAM, a test how the device is handling two-dimensional graphics, and an endurance test of how the device is handling 3D graphics. Okay, well, that is something that we expected. Xiaomi easily takes the win. The second test is from Geekbench. This app will measure the performance of our smartphones in terms of CPU and GPU. The power of the RAM helped Samsung to beat Xiaomi in this one. In conclusion, we have one win on each side. That means both phones get a point. And we call this category a draw. Camera. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has four main cameras. An ultra-wide with 12 megapixel, a wide angle with 108 megapixel and two telephoto cameras with 10 megapixel. The front camera's resolution is 40 megapixel. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra records 8K videos at a maximum of 24 frames per second. And of course it has image stabilization for video too. A quad camera system with an 8 megapixel main lens. Samsung's showing off big numbers again. Next up is Xiaomi's camera system. The Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is equipped with a triple rear camera setup, featuring a 50 megapixel wide angle, a 48 megapixel ultra wide angle and a 48 megapixel telephoto camera. Its front camera has a resolution of 20 megapixel. The Mi 11 Ultra records 8K videos at a maximum of 24 frames per second and of course features optical image stabilization. Both phones have good camera systems, but which one is actually the better system? Let's take it to our camera test and let's find out which one does a better job. Alright. Let's move on now to the camera performance test. As always, we start by comparing the pictures taken in daylight conditions. The first look is very pleasing, as both phones seem to have great picture quality. When zooming in, the first thing that catches the eye is the impressive quality of Xiaomi. Its picture is perfectly in focus and shows incredible sharpness and detail. The Galaxy also does a good job, but has some problems in terms of contouring and also a lot more grain than the Mi. As you can see, the plant is blurry in both pictures. The reason for that is the focus, which is set on the chart, meaning that the parts of the picture that are closer to the camera are always less in focus. The huge sensors in both phones create the shallow depth of field. Moving on to the nighttime conditions, they again appear to be pretty similar. Zoomed in, you'll notice that both aren't doing a great job. Details and contours are given, but also a lot of grain, which reduces the overall image quality. The Samsung has a little bit more contrast than the Mi and shows more details looking at the plant. Thanks to that shallow depth of field, both appear out of focus again. In terms of the front camera, there's no real difference quality-wise. Both create very pleasing images, but have a different approach on white balance. The Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra has a 5-fold optical zoom and an incredible high 120-fold digital zoom. While the Galaxy S21 Ultra has a 3 and 10-fold optical and a 100-fold digital zoom feature, we gotta say, we couldn't spot a huge difference between the 100 and 120-fold zoom. Okay, so far so good. Now let's switch from photo feature to the video feature to find out which of these two phones takes better videos. What you can see and hear is the quality of the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra's video recording. We set it to the highest possible quality. Let's see what the competitor sounds and looks like. What you see and hear is the quality of Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra's video recording. We set it to the highest possible quality. Let's see what the competitor sounds and looks like. Regarding sound quality, it's the Galaxy that is more convincing. The Xiaomi just has too much background noise. In terms of the video though, it's the other way around. The Mi 11 Ultra's 8K and the better saturation creates sharper and better colored images than Samsung. The Galaxy also has the possibility to record in 8K, but the video would have been too cropped in. So we had to record in 4K. Now let's crop in a bit in post to see how that looks like. Cropped in 2 times, you'll notice that the Mi is still perfectly sharp and detailed, while the Galaxy appears blurry and also quite pale. 10 times cropped in, as expected, both look pixelated. But the Xiaomi certainly shows a lot more details and better contours. When it comes to slow motion videos, the Galaxy is able to produce Full HD videos in 240 frames per second and 960 frames per second in 720p, whereas the Xiaomi is capable of an incredible 1920 frames per second in Full HD and also in 720p. Well, as you saw, both phones have great camera systems, but this comparison definitely goes in favor of Xiaomi. While the nighttime pictures and the front cameras are equally good, the quality of Mi's daylight pictures is simply amazing. Besides that, it is also superior to the Galaxy regarding the overall video performance. Therefore, this is a pretty clear victory and a point for the Mi 11 Ultra. Display. The Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra features a 6.81-inch true-color display with a 1440p Quad HD resolution. It uses an AMOLED screen, which creates very natural colors. The Mi 11 Ultra therefore measures 17.29 cm diagonally with a pixel density of 515 ppi. The display also has an adaptable 120Hz refresh rate, a peak brightness of 1700 nits and features Dolby Vision. Looks like a very solid screen. Now, let's have a look at the Mi 11 Ultras. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has a 6.8-inch display with a 1440p resolution. It is fitted with an OLED screen which does a fantastic job. The S21 Ultra measures 17.3 cm diagonally with a pixel density of 515 ppi. The display has an impressive 120Hz refresh rate with a Quad HD resolution, and it is also downgrading the rate when it's not in use to reduce power consumption. Both phones feature excellent displays that offer everything you can ask for: 120Hz adaptive refresh rate, Quad HD resolution and high pixel density. But the Mi 11 Ultra gets some extra points for higher peak brightness and, thanks to Dolby Vision, also wider dynamic range and color gamut. So the differences are in the details, which is why Xiaomi takes home this point, even though it was a close race. Battery. Both phones have 5000 mAh. In terms of fast charging or turbocharging like Xiaomi calls it, the Mi 11 Ultra offers an impressive 67 watt, while the Galaxy only has 25 watt. The same large differences can be seen looking at the wireless charging capabilities, where the Galaxy features 15 watt and Xiaomi again offers 67 watt. Both phones feature worse wireless charging. Since they have equally large batteries, this contest will be decided by software improvements and charging capabilities. Let's see who will come out on top. The Ultra version definitely improved the durability by a solid 30 minutes, but it is still far away from the endurance of the Galaxy. In numbers, the differences are around 100 minutes. In terms of the charging capabilities, it of course is a different picture. With or without the cable, the Xiaomi should be fully charged in around 40 minutes, which is very impressive and a lot faster than what the Galaxy is capable of. For us, endurance is still the key, and therefore the S21 Ultra gets a point in this category. Design. The Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is not just a name, it's a motto. The phone has Gorilla Glass Victus in the front, a ceramic backside, and everything is framed by aluminium. The camera bump is situated at the top of the backside and it is eye-catchingly huge. The reason for this are the 3 pretty big camera lenses and a 1.1-inch secondary screen. Its main purpose is to function as a notification display to show time and battery status, even when the phone is upside down. It also works as a screen for taking better selfies and music controller. The smartphone weighs 234 grams, it has a USB-C connector at the bottom, and if you're an acoustic junkie, Xiaomi has got you covered on another end though. Its dual speakers are manufactured by the experts of Harman Kardon. The phone also uses an in-screen fingerprint sensor and AI face recognition technology to unlock the phone. And unlike the base version, the Mi 11 Ultra is also IP68 water and dust resistant. Oh man, seems like Galaxy finally found its master, at least when it comes to hugeness. The Galaxy S20 Ultra comes across very sophisticated thanks to its matte finish. The The quad camera system is as usual on the upper left corner on the back of the phone, but the bump seems like it is more connected to the front of the phone. It looks like as if the frame is wrapped around the upper left corner of the back. The bump itself really sticks out of the phone again, which makes that corner really thick. The smartphone weighs 227 grams. It is roughly 16.5 cm long, 7.56 cm wide and 0.89 cm deep. It has a USB-C connector and thanks to an IP68 rating, it is also water and dust resistant. The S20 uses face recognition technology and a fingerprint scanner which is built into the screen to unlock the phone. Samsung improved the fingerprint scanner by making it 1.77 times bigger and 2 times faster. Well, these two phones have something in common. Even though they look quite different, both are massive phones. Especially the bump on both is something that stands out a lot. When you look at Xiaomi's design approach, we notice something funny. It kind of looks like the previous Samsung Galaxy S model, the S21 Ultra. Xiaomi simply added the back display to the bump and made it even bigger. Other than that, it looks almost identical. I think we already mentioned dozens of times that we don't like that Samsung put the hole punch notch in the upper center of the screen. We prefer the way Xiaomi handled it, in the corner of the screen, which screams less, "I'm here, look at me!" Okay, in the end we have to decide which phone is in our opinion the better looking one. And yes, Samsung has a really sophisticated design, but we tend to go more for Xiaomi's design. To us it feels like a more balanced phone. We liked its concept more over the one from Samsung. That point therefore goes to the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. Conclusion. Let us go through all the categories and collect the points. The display category was decided in favor of the Mi 11 Ultra. It was close, but the little details gave it a slight advantage. In the second category, the performance was the deciding factor. And since both phones each scored one of the two benchmark tests, we called this one a draw. In terms of the camera, the system that was built into the Mi 11 Ultra was a more convincing one, which let it take home this point. We think that Xiaomi's phone, even though it has a huge camera bump, which its competitor also has the better concept in their design. Therefore, it also scored this point. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra was able to score the battery life comparison point, because it simply was able to last longer. But that couldn't help the phone to win enough points to take the overall win. In the end, we have 2 points for Samsung's device and 4 points for the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, which is the winner of this comparison video. Naturally, we review more than these 5 categories covered here. If you want to see the full comparison, follow the link to our website. You can compare up to 7 different smartphones at versus.com. But before you do that, please post your comments and let us know which phone you think ranks first. If you liked our video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Till then, take care and see you soon.